First opened in 2002, there's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Minnesota Vikings and the Detroit Lions. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. They'll run for the first time with Johnson. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
To throw on second down, Boyle. The left side completion to Jones. And now running right through it. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at the 45. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. First down carry here for Johnson. And some room to roam now. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Detroit. Kerryon Johnson, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Lions are going to take a first-quarter lead. You talk about explosion plays. Here's one pretty much right out of the gate.
And now they get to ride a wave of emotion, momentum, everything. Just as you described, right out of the gate, big sprint, touchdown. They're excited. But on the other side, they've got to guard against a major letdown because they hit them right in the gut with that one. And now you start to question yourself a little bit when you give up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. He finds an opening past the 40. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a first down.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to, but they didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run. They run again on first down. Cook, he'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line.
In today's NFL, you hear all the time about stretching the field and creating space in order to run plays. A toss play will help accomplish that because now you're pushing a defense to chase you all the way to the edges and to the sideline. That's a nice run, probing now early to try and get things done later.
Yellow, yellow, yellow. Gun. Zebra. Gun. Liz, 50, here we go.
Cousins now on second down. Flush to his right. And he's got the hook up here. It's Kyle Rudolph. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Gun. The horse. Hey, yo. Two. Zebra. Gun. Yellow. Race in there. Yellow.
Second down, Cousins. Escaping the pressure right. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jared Davis. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Detroit! All right, here we go. 3.
Looking to throw on second down. Boyle eluding the pressure right. And his pass incomplete. There to knock that one away defensively, Eric Kendricks.
All right, let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up. Back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle.
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter what he does.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Jones. And they'll bring him down right around the 13. And they'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down.
I think that call was made not so much to try and get the first down, although they would have taken it if they could have gotten it, but to give their punter a little bit of space and try and help out their defense.
Yeah, they got the safe completion on 3rd. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. It's caught. Jones. And they're going to get the first down here across the 15-yard line. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Green 39. Gun.
Throwing on first down. Boyle. He's going to look deep down the field. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect. You got a young quarterback. Maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide open target but didn't have the proper footwork to increase his accuracy.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Being chased out left. Now he's going to let it go deep. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. A gain of 39 that time.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
Looking to throw. Boyle. Throw left side complete. It's Hunter. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. The loss of 3 on that first down pass play, now 2nd and 13. First carry for Thomas Rawls. And he's got some space here. The 20. Touchdown, Detroit. Thomas Rawls, his second touchdown on the season. And the Lions add on to their lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Here's Prater now set to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. And now out comes Minnesota. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. And give them a gain of 37.
That crossing route is so effective when you hit it just right because you get a guy on the move, and then we see the end result there.
It's a nightmare for the defense. They got a guy with a full head of steam.
Not only does he catch it, but he picks up additional yardage after it.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter begins with the Vikings holding the football, and they've got it here with a first down.
Listen. Black.
From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Flushed out right. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's 2nd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain.
Two. First. Rhino. Yellow.
Now a 2nd down throw for Cousins. Flush to his right. His throw incomplete.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Rhino. Lucky 50.
From the gun, here's Cousins. Steps away to his left. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
3rd down is the down. Both sides know they absolutely have to win. And the name of the game for the defense is pressure on the quarterback. But pressure on the quarterback with contact, that's how you end up winning it.
So now on comes the field goal unit. And wow, this is no ordinary try here. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
Well, now they'll start 3 yards shy of midfield after that long 57-yard miss.
Here we go now.
They begin the drive with Johnson. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who could do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. To throw on second down. Boyle, he's going to air one out. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. Hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for as that pass goes incomplete.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Here we go now.
Back to throw. Boyle. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Jones. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
A short game that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. Here we go with Rawls. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. A big pickup of 12 yards on 4th down to keep this drive from stalling. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Back to the ground on 1st. Again, it's Rawls. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. On second down, Johnson. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. Well, a well-executed blitz, no doubt. Great job by the linebacker. Maybe the quarterback, if he could have seen that, could have audibled there.
Yeah, he needed to be in a different play because that one just meshed perfectly for the defense. All the gaps were filled except for the one the offense really wanted to run through, and that was filled by a big man wanting to make a tackle.
And he made a great tackle.
All right, now, look at 56. Look it.
To throw on 3rd down, Boyle. They still can't get it. He can run for it, and he will. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation.
I liked his effort there. He got it done on his own. But let's face it, he puts defenses in a really stressful spot when he takes off and runs because a lot of guys have coverage responsibilities.
Good job of rallying, though, because I thought when he first took off, he might pick up the 1st down. And Prater's kick is on the money. It's good. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
That's fielded in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And out now come the Vikings. And they've got to be a little bit frustrated about that last drive, missed field goal.
Always hurts a team because, you know, you've put something out there, you've given yourself a chance, you're in range, and the ball doesn't go through the posts. But it's not something to panic about, I don't believe. Just keep playing and keep going.
They start the drive with Cook. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
No gain on that run, and while this team is down, they're not out of it by any stretch of the imagination. Maybe you just have to think about different style of running in order to get this guy going.
Here's Cousins. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Damon Harrison in there to take him down and to take us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We'll come back to Ford Field after this. Cousins with work to do after the sack as he brings his guys up on a 3rd and long. Working out of the gun, Cousins. Lets it fly for Thielen. And he fires one that's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
Well, Brandon, there's no question who they're going to look to on 3rd and long, but you can bet this defense knows that as well, so they're getting blanketed downfield. And this ball winds up being intercepted.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. First down, this is Rawls. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. And a nice carry there of 15 yards. You talked about the need for them to establish the run early. They've been able to do that here in the first half.
And that means that the whole offense has adopted that attitude and that persona. We're going to take care of this young quarterback. Let's all get together and run it and take the pressure off.
And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. 18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal. Well, he's broken off some big-time runs here in this first half.
Yeah, and let's just face it. When you go into a game, you think you've got the plays that are going to work, but when you actually get out there and they're starting to happen, your confidence rises, and he's running with terrific ability right now.
Here's 1st and goal, and gosh, points here, a chance maybe to put this thing away before halftime. On the ground, Rawls. And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. Thomas Rawls, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Lions are able to grow their lead. Extra point good by Prater. And a rout is on here in this first half. Here's Prater now set to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Vikings offense now heading out to take over. Typically down in the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. You've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. On 2nd down, Cook. And he finds some space past the 25 to the 27. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. And the Lions going with an extra DB here on 3rd down. Now Cousins. And the 3rd down pass falls incomplete.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Now Jordan Berry on to kick this one away. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. This is taken at the 23. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Here's the Lion offense now as they get ready to take over. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
He's going to wind up and air it out. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. So line of scrimmage still at 39 on 2nd and 10.
All right, now, look at 56. Look at...
The final shot before break. Boyle, he's going to air one. He rifles one that's intercepted. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. Look at the spin.
Balance.
So we've reached halftime here in Detroit with the Lions out on top. As we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the third. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there. Second down. They run it again with Cook. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll go as a loss of 5. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Yellow, yellow, yellow. The hunt. Ready. Gun. Rhino, rhino.
Boy, and now they can't even get a play off. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long.
Black way. Liz, 50, here we go. Wide, wide. Here we go.
Cousins now. Going deep for Diggs. And that's caught inside the 35. Cousins finding Diggs on a big one. 47 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
Rhino! You're hard!
Cousins on first down. Escaping the pressure right. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And down inside the 15 he goes. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Cousins eluding the pressure right. Fighting through pressure. But now he's swallowed up and taken down. The man they call Snacks, Damon Harrison, in there to get him. And that's sack number 6 for him on the year. And now the Lions going to stop us momentarily as they call a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. They pitch it out to Cook. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Rhino! Lucky 48! 36! Rhino! Nathan!
Third and long for Cousins. Muscles him off. Flushed out right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Ezekiel Ansah in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that'll lead to a 4th down. And his kick is good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So he missed that field goal earlier, but he says not this time. Able to knock it through, give his guys 3.
I like his poise. I like his confidence, his belief in himself. Sometimes when you miss that first one, you'll see a lot of guys sag and they can't make the next one. Not in this case. Stepped right up like a pro.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. So we get a look at the Lions offense as they get ready for their first possession of the 2nd half. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, forget about finding a lane there. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Probably fortunate he was able to hold on to the football.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Hurry up, here we go! Green 39! Green 39!
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Boyle. He gets it left side to Johnson. Give him 8 on the play, and that'll make it 3rd down.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those too.
From the gun on third down, Boyle, and he's got his man. It's Darbo, and he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. First target, first catch, and a first down. First and 10. Boyle looking downfield for Joe. This is caught at the 20. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Marvin Jones, his fourth touchdown on the year. And the Lions add on to their lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Here's Prater now set to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Vikings offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down.
When you're putting together a formula for winning defense, it's exactly what we're seeing in this game. Controlling the line of scrimmage, attacking, and changing everything so that now they're playing in the offense's backfield. They're playing an excellent game.
Let's go.
Cousins to throw it. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Partner, I think it's high time to get him some passes that he's comfortable with. Some easy throws, some completions. He's not even hitting the 50% thus far.
Well, certainly that has played a big role into why they are trailing right now. The Vikings on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 15. Throwing, Cousins. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Back now at Ford Field. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. On 1st and 10, Cousins. He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That goes for a gain of 31.
First.
First down, here's the run with Cook. He gets it forward for 4, maybe 5, but the flags fly. And this one could be coming back. To the air again, it's Cousins. He's got it complete to Diggs, right side. And I think we've got a hold here. It's a 5-yard pickup for the moment. Let's see what our referee says.
Go ahead. Black way.
Again, it's Cousins. Buying time to his left. Got some real estate inside the 30. And down to the 19-yard line. Give him 23 yards on the pickup. And it'll make it a second down.
Now, those are the ones that hurt defensively. You do everything right. Excellent pressure, good coverage downfield, and then he slips out the back door and turns it into a nice gain.
Rhino!
Cousins. Escaping the pressure right. And he whips that one incomplete there. Pretty lucky to get the football back. Had his target out there waving the arms, saying I'm open, but maybe didn't see him quick enough.
And I know the jokes are always about defensive backs' hands. What really actually happens, you don't get many opportunities. You get over anxious, and you start to think about taking it away and going the other way instead of focusing and catching the ball.
Third and short yardage. Cousins eluding the pressure right. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
We're going. Let's go. Go ahead.
Boy, and now they can't even get a play off. I think probably just trying to draw him off there, it didn't work.
And defensively, that's what you work on all the time. Being in that spot and being able to not jump and give them the yardage that they were desiring.
So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8.
Lucky 50.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. And now following that sack, looks like we've got an injured man down there on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Here we go. 3-19. Check. All right, now, lucky 56.
And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Again, it's Johnson. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up.
Early down stuffs will put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Now let's go.
On 3rd down, Boyle. Throw left side complete. It's Jones. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a 1st down. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Now a 10th carry for Johnson. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. They go to Johnson again. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. The tackle made there by Linval Joseph. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. The Lions on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. Operating from the gun. Boyle. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hunter. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down. Here is Matt Prater now. He's got the leg for this as he holds the NFL record with a 64-yarder back in 2013. Time for a break. We'll come back and wrap up garbage time after this. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short, no good, and this score will stay right where it is.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
Gone!
And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. 2nd down.
Well, he did almost everything right. Excellent coverage, breaks on the football, just unable to haul it in and take it the other way, so he dropped an interception. The key for him now, don't dwell on it, just move on to the next play.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted, thrown back across his body. Picked off by the linebacker, Jared Davis.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Following the penalty, it's Johnson. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. And another timeout called by the Vikings now, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
Set! 3-19! 3-19!
They'll hand it off now. Johnson. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. From the gun, Boyle. Flushed out right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Daniil Hunter coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be 4th down. Here's Sam Martin now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. He'll look to set up his blockers. A great return there of 22 yards. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. And now out comes Minnesota. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. A toss to Cook. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. Credit the tackle to Darius Slay. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7.
Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Now a desperation throw into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked by Tracy Walker. And he'll bring it all the way back, just a yard or two shy of midfield. Facing this 4th quarter deficit, felt like they had to throw the ball, and on the other side, they were ready.
No doubt about it. They're playing situational football. They look at the clock. They know the lead that they have, and all they're doing is playing pass on every down.
Playing the pass, picking it off, and now big time in the driver's seat. And the Lions will take the knee here with victory in the cards. And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for Detroit, it's a much-needed victory as it gets them back to 2-4 on the year. And they'll have another home date next week as the New York Giants come to town. Meanwhile, for Minnesota, they dipped to 2-5 now with the loss.